What's up, y'all? I'm Coach Cross with NCAA Sports Training. I'm a sports consultant. Essentially, what I do is I help high school athletes with their college recruiting, nutrition, and their performance with their speed and agility. And what I'm going to talk to you guys about today is just different recruiting tips that you guys can start to do, especially if you're a junior in high school or a sophomore or a senior in high school that's looking to end up getting a college scholarship, right? And so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to talk to you about different things y'all can start doing right now to help you guys end up achieving your dream. So first and foremost, the first thing that you want to do is that you want to make sure that whenever you're trying to get recruited to go to a college or anything like that, if you're using social media, make sure that your social media is clean altogether, all right? So you want to make sure that you're not posting anything that's going to take away from a college coach trying to recruit you. So you don't want to be posting anything stupid, like don't be posting any types of fights, don't post anything that's going to be negative to your profile, but make sure that you set up your social media profile just like you're running your own business, because at the end of the day, whenever with your social media profile, you're essentially, that is your business. Like, it's your personal brand. So you want to make sure that when you're setting that up, or if you're a parent helping your athlete set up their personal social media profile, you want to make sure that you have your name in there. Make sure you have the high school that you go to, your GPA, the sport that you play, and make sure that you have like your huddle link in there. That way college recruiters can come in and they can see the type of athlete that you are. They can go in and you can showcase the skills and talents that you have, right? And so the main thing is that with your social media profile, let that be a tool that you can use to get the attention of different college coaches, all right? So for example, like you can post like your different workouts, post like the film that you have, post like the grades that you made, different things like that. Like, just use your social media as a way to help you go out there and get recruited, right? So don't use social media as a way just to go out there and waste time. Like, use your social media literally as a tool to help you go out there and get recruited. Like, I know a lot of kids that got recruited because of social media in general, right? I know a lot of kids that lost recruits because of social media as well too. So social media is a great tool that you can use, but make sure that you're using it the right way. Next thing is your huddle link, all right? So huddle is going to be very, very important to you, because this is how college coaches are going to see if you're a good athlete or not. Like, it's going to be hard to get recruited if coaches cannot see the skills and assets that you have to bring to their program. Like, who wants to recruit a kid that they don't know anything about, right? So with your huddle link, what you want to do is that anytime that you have a highlight, no matter what sport you play, it always applies. Anytime you have a highlight, you need to go in there and clip your highlight that day as soon as the game is over. Do not depend on your high school coaches to go out there and make your highlight tapes. Like, yes, they will do it once the season is over, but wouldn't it make more sense if you go out there and you create your highlight tape week by week and put together a mid-season highlight tape and a full season highlight tape to get recruited throughout the season, throughout the entirety of your football season? Like, think about it like this year. Like, if you was an athlete that was a junior, right? If you went out and you made your whole highlight for the first 5 games of the season, you put together all your top plays and you start sending those out, you could have been getting recruited during the football season. And even like now, as soon as your season is over, take all the highlight tapes that you made, put it all together, and start emailing different college coaches. Don't just rely on your high school coaches to help you get recruited. Like, yes, your high school coaches can help you get recruited. I'm not saying that they can't, but use every asset available to you. Like, if you sit here and you create your highlight tape and you create an email and create it the right way and start emailing coaches, you'll be surprised at how many scholarship offers and opportunities you can get just because you took an initiative to go out there and do something on your own. So make sure that you go out there, create your huddle, and then you want to start emailing those different college coaches. Now, the main thing when it comes to that a lot of kids have confusion about is that what type of school should I go out there and email? I'm going to keep it as honest with you as I possibly can. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to help you. If you're not already getting recruited by D1 schools and you're a senior in high school, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to go D1. And that is okay. Like, there is nothing wrong with not going D1, but it does not mean that you cannot get your school paid for. Like, smaller D1s, they get 4-hour scholarships. D2s, they get 4-hour scholarships. NAI, they get 4-hour scholarships. You can even go JUCO. On top of that, you can go D3, and even though they're not going to give you a full athletic scholarship, they'll pay for your academic part of it, academic part of it. And now, instead of paying for 100% of your school, you only got to pay for 25% because they're going to cover 75% of your school, right? So just make sure that really start to target schools that you have the ability to go play it. All right, so let's say that you're a sophomore or a junior per se, and you want to start getting recruited. The first one you want to start to hit up those NAIA schools first. Hit up some D2 and some D3 schools first, right? And then as you start to make plays, you start to get some momentum around you. Now start to email those D1 schools as well. You know what I'm saying? So use them. Like, the whole goal is, can I get my school paid for free? At the end of the day, bro, only about 10% of people is gonna go professional anyway, and only about really 10% of athletes gonna go D1 anyway. So if I can get my school paid for and I can go out there and play the sport that I love at that next college level, that's what I want to do. So you just want to make sure that after you make your social media, after you create your huddle highlight tape, you want to make sure when I start to email these coaches, I want to email coaches going to give me the ability to go play on Saturdays, right? And I can get my school paid for. All right, so you want to make sure that you start doing these things, and when you start doing these things, it'll bring that confidence about yourself. Next thing is camps. What you don't want to do is you don't want to go to like 55,000 camps every week. Like this, like when the summertime comes up, like even now, you can start going to camps now as soon as the football season is over, or you can go to camps in the summer too. As a parent, do not take your kid to every camp in the world every week, because A, you're gonna burn your kids out, and then 2, you're gonna see that you're gonna end up wasting money. Because you can go to a camp, you can ball out, you can do everything that that they told you to do, and you look up, you don't got a scholarship offer because you thought that because you went to this camp you was gonna get one. Instead, look at the colleges that are starting to recruit you. Look at the colleges starting to send you letters. Go to those type of camps, because guess what? A, they already know who you are. So now, let's say that you get recruited by a D2 school somewhere or whatever, and they're recruiting you and they're talking to you the whole year, right? You go to that camp, they already know who you are because they seen your tape on film during the season. Now you go show at that camp. Guess what? At the end of the day, when the camp is over, you might end up winning you a scholarship versus you going to, just because I'm in Texas, you go to the University of Texas camp and they bring like 1,000 kids there, and you just say, hey, I just want to go to this camp just to go. You just wasted your money, and now even though you might have outperformed people, you're not the one getting the scholarship offer because they offered the scholarship to the people that they already been recruiting that whole year. So you want to make sure that you're not wasting your time going to thousands of camps. You want to go to camps that's going to give you the ability to go out there and actually have a chance to gain a scholarship. And so if you're an athlete or if you're a parent, you want to make sure that you're being very specific with the different schools that you target to go out there to get a camp, because the whole goal of the camp is I want to get exposure to get a scholarship. I'm not going just to waste my time. So you want to make sure that you're being very specific about the different type of camps that you want to go to. All right, so far I talked about social media, talked about creating your huddle link, talked about emailing and the camps. The last thing that's going to be not necessarily specifically about recruiting, but it's going to help you overall when it comes to recruiting is your nutrition. The reason why I bring up nutrition is that for athletes that are trying to become better, right? You're trying to become stronger, more explosive, get stronger. Those type of things are going to help you get seen on film, which will help you get recruited, right? Well, if you're an athlete and you're not as big, but you're trying to improve your strength, you're trying to get stronger, get faster, and your nutrition is trash, it's going to be real hard to really try to put on that size, put on that mass that can help you build the explosiveness that you need to go out there and get recruited. So if your nutrition is garbage, like I know a lot of high school kids, you eat Takis and hot chips and drinking sodas and eating honey buns all day, and that's not helping you, right, really unlock your true athletic potential. So what you want to start to do is that you want to start to eat the correct way. Make sure that you're eating correct proteins. This can be like chicken, fish, lean ground beef, turkey, different things like that. Get you some sweet potatoes for your carbs or regular potatoes. Get you some broccoli, asparagus, green beans, different things like this. Because when you start to fix and improve your nutrition, these things are going to allow you to start to put on that mass that you want to, burn the body fat that you need to, and it's going to help you become a better athlete overall, because now you're putting the right gas into your fuel system. Now it's going to help you go out there and make more plays. Like, you'll be surprised about how if you clean up your nutrition and you go out there and you start to play, how much easier it is to move left to right, how more explosive that you can be, and how stronger you can end up start to get. And now it's going to help you stand out on film and stand out on tape. All right, so clean up your nutrition as well too. It's going to help you become a better athlete. So a couple things, like I already told you, make sure you create your social media the right way. Make sure that you set up your huddle link. On top of the huddle link, if you can't set it up because like other coaches can't see it, you can literally screen record your huddle highlight tape, and then you can post that on YouTube and make that as your YouTube video. That's another little drill I'm gonna leave there for you as well too. But make sure that you have your highlight tape, then email the coaches, go to the right camps, and clean up your nutrition. Simply by just doing these 5 things is going to help you start to get recruited. And I promise you, If you just actually act and do these things, you're going to see a difference in the way that you get recruited. Now, these same principles can be applied to no matter what sport you play. Like, I use football as an example just because I got recruited to go play football at the college level. So that's personally, like, that's what I know. But with the different athletes I've helped, like, these same principles work with no matter what sport that you want to play. The principle is that you have to go out and do these actions I just given you. And when you go out and do these things, you will see a change in the way that your college recruiting happens. Because like I always tell my parents is that if you can help, like, every parent wants to see their kid go out there and live their dream, but also every parent wants to make sure they can save money in the process. So if you can help your child go out there and play at the next level and save hundreds of thousands of dollars, who wouldn't sign up for that, right? And if you're an athlete, why wouldn't you want to go play at a college who wants you and get a free education on top of that as well too? So just make sure that you start doing these things for your recruiting, right? And I promise you, if you start doing these things, you'll see a difference literally in a week. Like with one of the athletes I had, senior going into high school, no offers at all. All we did, we created a program for him, and within, I can't make this up, God is my witness, within a week of us sitting there creating this program and sending out emails, he got recruited by like 2 schools in 4 days. And then within the next week, he got recruited by a different school. And even like last week, he got recruited by another school because we ended up sending the follow-up emails as well too. So it doesn't matter if you're an athlete that, and this is an athlete that is a second string athlete that came into senior year of high school, wasn't getting recruited, and within 2 weeks, he got recruited by 4 schools. So like the message that I'm talking about, it'll work for any athlete. A, if you had the grades to do it, and B, you got the heart to do it, right? Like if you love the game and you want to play at the next level, you can do it, right? But sometimes you just need help doing those things because everybody don't know. You don't know what you don't know, right? And so like for a lot of high school kids, you simply depend on your high school coaches to help you get recruited, and you don't have to do that. You don't. Obviously, talk to your high school coaches, let them know the type of schools you want to go to, ask for their help, because they're going to be the ones to talk to the college coaches for you anyway whenever they come to your school. But at the same time, if you only rely on your high school coaches, that's not gonna help you get to where you want to get to. You get what I'm saying? Like if you're a top kid in the country, then it's different. Like it doesn't matter. But if you're an athlete that's not necessarily a top kid in the country, but you want to play at that next level, you need more exposure, simply emailing college coaches is going to help you get recruited right then and there anyway. Because I'll tell you a secret, like these NAIA schools, right, the smaller schools, they're not getting all the kids that they want to get until after National Signing Day. So they're looking for more kids to pick up, right? This is a program that offers full scholarships as well too, and partial scholarships. So like if you're a senior in high school right now and you don't got no offers, I would start emailing NAIA schools like today, right now. And it don't have to be nothing long. It don't got to be nothing crazy. You just say what your name is, the school you go to, something important about yourself. Maybe you can talk about your grades or highlight a key thing that stands out for you. And then also insert your huddle link and just send that out to as many college coaches as you can. Watch what happens. Like, it's not rocket science what I'm talking about, but it just takes a little bit of effort. And when you start to do these things, you'll start to see how everything is going to change for you. You dig what I'm saying? So just make sure that you're doing your absolute best and taking matters into your own hands. Like, don't wait for anybody to help you go out there and get recruited. Like, if you really are serious about playing at the college level, what you need to do is that you need to go in and take matters into your own hands. Like I said, just do the simple steps like I've given you. I'm not going to go into a lot of depth on every single little thing to do, but the main thing is that if you just start, if you create your social media profile to where it looks professional for college coaches and don't post nothing stupid on there, you create your highlight link to show all your best plays using Huddle or using YouTube, whichever you want to do. Then when you take that link and you start emailing and DMing college coaches, simply look at what's going to happen eventually. All right, so understand that the process is not going to be I did it today and I see results today. It's a process. It might take a week. It might take a month. It might take 2 months. You don't know. But the best thing is that instead of just waiting for your high school coaches to be the ones that are helping you get recruited, take matters into your own hands, do these different steps I've given you, and then just watch and see what happens. And then the last thing I'm going to leave you with is that after you send an email to a different college coach, if you don't hear back from them within a week, send a follow-up email because they're busy. They have a life. They're still in season. They still got things going on. So after you send that first email, wait a week, send a second email, and then, again, just see who's going to reach out to you and talk to you. But, hey, like I told you, if you have the ability to play at the second level and on top of that, you have the grades to do it, go do it. So, hey, just do everything I told you right now. Go put the work in. I can't wait to see you and help you get better.